All right, welcome to Sin Bin Stream. Houston, Seattle. It's Houston. The heck? Houston losing 7-0. I don't know what's going on with my keyboard. All right, hold on. Let me get everything going. It's going to take a little bit. So, let's see. My stupid NFL Plus app on my tablet is not cooperating. I don't have a full screen. Not exactly thrilled. All right, 5:46 to go. We'll fix the colors later. I need to fix the quarter and time right now. Let's see. 4th and 2. All right, we'll probably get a chance to kick. Kick is in the air and into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Seahawks. No, we'll fix it in a minute. I think it's 5:02. Man, so I'm going to be behind NFL.com by a lot. All right, 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. We'll fix all this in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Probably should have done the... Yeah, I don't even want to use that. That's going to use too much bandwidth. I was about to put the hockey game on. I'm like, nope, that won't be a good idea. All right, let me fix the colors real quick. The heck? What color is there blue? There's like no consensus for their blue. Are you kidding me? I did a Texans game earlier. I don't remember which one I used. Ugh. All right, let's try this one. Talking about the Texans colors. We did a Seattle game too, I think. Hello, Father Time. Hello, Taylor. Thanks for being here. Hopefully everybody found their way over to this. Of course, my internet slow. All right, Texans looks right. Let's get the Seahawks. There's his. We don't want their. Wait. Oh shoot! This is like Navy against. Dang. I gotta take a look at the uniforms. Yeah, this is gonna be like the same Navy versus. A dark blue. Maybe I should change the Texans to red. Well, we'll see. Hey, Mac, thanks for being here. Yes, I'm definitely looking... definitely using... Yeah, okay. Seahawks, I got to leave. They're in all blue. But yeah, the Texans, maybe I'll switch to red. Hello, Mac. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the support. Definitely rooting for the Texans. I don't like the Seahawks anyways. Yeah, we should bring up the Texans again. Yeah, they're in white and blue. I can't do blue on white because it screws something up. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Darnold under center. 5:08 to go. Oh, great. My clock's bad. Back to pass. Throws. Caught. Down the sideline near the 50. And that's a first down for the Seahawks. Oops, forgot to switch games. Touchdown on their second drive. We'll get you the box score in a minute. There we go. First and 10 at the 48 of the Texans. Darnold in trouble, flips it to the sideline. I guess that's not grounding. He was either out of the pocket or since he got it past the line of scrimmage. No. All right, so second and 10 coming up. Oh, yeah, I need to fix something else too. All right, there we go. Make sure this is muted. It is. All right. Yeah, I don't know. There's slight differences in their blue, but maybe I should make the Texans red. All right. Handoff up the middle, inside the 45, down near the 40. Should be 3rd and 2 at most for the Seahawks. Wait, what? I didn't know that. That's news to me, Alex. Oh, shoot. Did I not? I need to close that. Okay, wait. That's muted. All right, 3rd and 2. Oh, I didn't pop out the chat? No. There. Yeah, I want to check that out. All right, did they get it? It's very close. It was a run up the middle. I think they're going to mark it 4th and inches, depending on the spot. All right, let's check the play-by-play. Yeah, hello, Mac. Thanks. Yes, of course. Of course, we're rooting for the Texans. Of course. Yeah, I usually root AFC over NFC. Usually for playoff tie-breaking. That was Charbonnet on the last 2 carries. We got a 4th and 1. They're lining up in tush-push formation. And looks like, well, if it wasn't Darnold taking the tush-push. He was lined up like in a victory formation, tackle formation, But they got it. So 1st and 10. Huh. I don't know. I didn't know. See, I hit like as soon as I put the video up, so I don't even know. Gosh darn it. Why is this app trash? I'm just going to have to sit here trying the whole night. I hate this. This is ridiculous. All right. Toss play. Smith-Njigba at the 40. I think he got a whole yard out of that. It was like an end-around toss. That was very strange call there. I'm trying to sync up the clock. I don't know why mine was so far ahead. So I believe it's 2nd and 9. Oh, remind me, I'll do a poll. All right, now the clock is stopped at 2:11. I missed it. What's the call here? Oh, there was an offsides penalty. 1st and 5. Gosh darn it. So, never mind. And now under 2 to go. Handoff up the middle. Charbonnet got the first down. I think that was him. Inside the 25. Already up 7-0. First and 10. Oh, 4-3 Blue Jays. Oh, boy, I didn't catch up on that. Oh, 3-run homer, Alex said. Yeah. Good, Peter McPeter. How are you? Yeah. Oh, so Piggy Wiggly, you wanted the Mariners. Okay. But you're rooting for the Dodgers, though, I think. Or your son is. All right. We'll check in on that later. I almost said Juju Smith-Schuster. No, it's Jackson Smith-Njigba. Or is that Walker? Okay, wait. What number is he? All right, sorry. Second down. Let me we're under a minute to go. Gosh darn this app. All right. Okay, Cup is 10. Smith-Njigba's 11. I apologize. That's Kenneth Walker, 9. I don't know why I thought he was 9. From the 25, back to pass. Darnold chucks it in the ground. So apparently they lost a yard. It's third on the first down. It's 3rd and 11. I'll get my head in the game. 33 seconds to go. Yeah, that's what I figured. You wanted Mariners, Dodgers. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm indifferent. 3rd and 11. I would say I'd rather the AL winner wins. I mean, who cares? I don't care about the Dodgers. I get it. You're rooting for Ohtani, though. Uh-oh. Darnold in trouble. Back at the 35. Steps out of a sack. Runs forward. Gets labeled at the 23. No! And they call the personal foul. I don't know why. It might even be taunting. God forbid. He got planted. Just undisciplined. Whatever the call is for the. I hate this NFL app. He didn't drive him into the ground. He hit him while Darnold was in bounds. Well, I would have listened to what the ref was saying, but the stupid ESPN announcers were talking over it. Great professionalism there, guys. Let the ref make the stinking call. We don't care what your opinion is. Good call or bad call. I'd rather hear the ref explain what the call was. I couldn't hear it. 1st and 10. First and 10 at the Texans 11. Back to pass. Looking, throws to the end zone. Caught. That is Jackson Smith-Njigba. He just dunked the ball. What an idiot. That's a penalty. That ended the first quarter, but again, excessive celebration. How long have they banned dunking? It's been since Jimmy Graham was still a saint. I mean, this was light years ago in football terms. Good throw by Darnold to hang in there. He got nailed on the touchdown. Yeah, because this could they've shown it. The one time somebody dunked it, wobbled the goalpost. This might be enforced on the try instead of the kickoff. Yeah, great. Come on. How long does it take to make this call? Is the Texans coach this confused, or is the ref not communicating well? I don't get it. Oh my gosh, why? Yeah. So they got to snap the ball from the 30. This is going to be a 48-yard extra point. Just a dumb play by Smith-Njigba. I mean, you can't do that. That's not like a new whoops. It's not like a new call that's unsportsmanlike conduct. They have banned dunking like a basketball over the the crossbar for probably a decade. Here's the kick. It's up, and it didn't matter. It's still good. So it didn't cost him a point, but just a dumb penalty. All right, that does it for the first quarter, and we will have a kickoff to start the second quarter. In Lumen Field in Seattle, the Seahawks are up 14-0 after one. We'll go to the baseball. 4-3, top of 8. 1 out for the Mariners. Wait, where's that? There we go. There we go. All right, let's go through the box score. 1 out, ground out, 1-1 the next count. Stroud is 2 for 3 for 20 yards. Took a 18-yard sack. They have 4 rushes for 3 yards. That's awesome. Schultz 1 catch for 13. Marks 1 for 7. Well, sounds like Houston's done next to nothing on offense. Darnold 5 for 8, 85 yards and a touchdown. No picks, no sacks, no fumbles either team either. Charbonnet 4 carries, 18 yards and the touchdown. Walker 4 for 9. They have 10 carries for 32. Arroyo 2 catches for 35. Cup 1 for 32. Smith-Njigba 1 for 11 and the touchdown. I really want this full screen, please. App. Cup, let's see, and Njigba, and then Barner, 1 for 7. Oh my gosh, this is making me insane. Why is this app broken? Come on, I should have tried to uninstall and reinstall, I guess. Do they have a watch party for the Mariner game at their park? It looks like it. And it's right next to Lumen Field in Seattle. Well, I guess I'll be watching it landscape here, or profile instead of landscape. Gosh, I'm paying all this money and I got to watch it on a screen. Somebody's watching the game on their phone. The screen's a little bit bigger than my phone. All right, kickoff taken. Returned up the near side to the 30, though. Near the far numbers, I meant. 1st and 10 for C.J. Stroud and company. Already down 14-0. Yeah, I didn't know that. So they have a watch party in the thing. All right, sorry. I removed that last comment. I didn't ban the person or hide them. Or I didn't time them out. Just took out the comment. Didn't really appreciate the language. Handoff to the outside numbers for about a gain of 5 by Nick Chubb. 2nd and 5, I would have guessed. 14:40 to go. I guess I could just put that green Seahawks highlighter color too. Throw to the far sideline. That's caught for a first down. That is, man, why am I blanking on the Nico Collins for the first down. 1st and 10. 14:06 to go, second quarter. Texans break the huddle. I don't understand why they have highlights under their score bug for the team names. Throw down the left sideline. Collins in a battle, caught it, and then there's a late flag as well. It was almost like a jump ball. It should be a catch. Still don't understand why that Tampa interception was. Oh my God! It's the same thing. They're gonna say this is a pick. Nico Collins caught it. What are they saying? The penalty is on Nico Collins for OPI. What is the call? Oh. All right, offsetting penalties. Never mind. I thought the one ref was saying possession to Seattle, but I don't know. I forgot that Houston lost 3. That's right. Then they beat. Didn't they beat the Titans? And now don't remember who they beat for their second win. So it's still 1st and 10, 13-31. I guess I forgot to start my clock. I'll fix it. Incomplete to the far sideline. 13:25 to go. 2nd and 10 in the second quarter. All right. 2nd and 10, 13:25. Texans at their own 40, far hash mark. 2 receivers to the near side. Back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket, throws it down the field, and dropped by Collins. Wide open inside the 40 and just dropped it. Good throw by Stroud. Unreal. Man, that went right through his hands and hit him in the, well, I'll say gut, but it was lower than the gut. 0 for 2. Wait, on third. Why did they show the Seahawks on third down? This is the most confused. Deflected by the defender, incomplete, 4th down. They had both teams' third down conversions up. I'm like, who cares what Seattle is on third down? Houston's on the field. I got so distracted by that. 4th and 10 with, what, 13-16 to go. They'll send the punting unit on the field. Golly, ABC does such a bad job covering games. Or I should, sorry, ESPN. Punter is on, kicks it away. Caught by Seattle at the 14, juggled it, returns to the hash marks. Now the near numbers to the 25, 30, and out of bounds at the 31. Made a lot out of nothing and nearly turned it over, but avoided the disaster. And Seattle has good field position. Yeah, again, Texans are 2-3, I think, and Seattle's 4-2. No. That's not what I wanted. Stop. All right, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Forgot to change the second quarter. When the season started, you didn't have to do this. It would automatically continue the play-by-play. Now you got to remember to hit the drop down to change quarters. Oh yeah, they have Tommy Townsend, the former Chief punter. It was 46 yards to the Seahawk 13 and returned 19 yards by Horton to the Seattle 32. So the Texans have red. Nah, screw red. Well, let's see how the Seattle green looks. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it. All right, we'll check on baseball. Bottom of the 8th, still 4-3. Runners at the corners and nobody out, though. We had back-to-back singles. 1-1 to Barger, I guess. I don't know. Got it. That's right. Yeah, I know. Seattle's never been there. Neither have the Mariners. I mean, not the Brewers, but yeah, I was not happy with the Brewers. Oh, for Detroit. Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, maybe at halftime I can get this thing to go full screen. Oh my God, this is so annoying. Yep, whatever. Double play, so there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. All right, we got to get back. I'll have to catch up on the chat later. Handoff up the middle, bounces it to the far numbers, but he's going nowhere. That's either a loss, at best it's a no gain, but I think, yeah, Lassiter on the hit for the Texans, that should be at least a loss of 1, but we'll see where they mark it. Ow. Yep, we've seen the Smith-Njigba touchdown about, I don't know, 6 times already. 2nd and 11. In shotgun. Back to pass, juggled the snap. Darnold gets rid of it. Caught for maybe a late flag. It's gain of at least 2, maybe 3. We'll see what the flag is, though, first. Okay, holding on the Seahawks. Man, if the Texans declined it, the Seahawks had like a 3rd and 9 coming up, but they took the penalty, so they'll get 2nd and 21. I don't know. We'll see. 12:06. Oh, I forgot to restart the clock. Receiver in motion to the far side. Back to passes. Darnold looking, throws, far hash mark, caught, tripped up Smith-Njigba out to the 36. So 3rd and manageable. Yeah, I didn't understand taking that holding penalty. I really didn't. I know hindsight, but heck, I would have taken 3rd and 9 over 2nd and 21. Okay, what? Down in distance, please, ESPN. 3rd and 6. I guessed 5. It's 3rd and 6 from the 36. Near hash mark. Darnold back to pass. There's a penalty flag. They blew it dead. At 11:08. Must have been false start or... Yeah, false start on the Hawks. And that'll make it a 3rd and 11. So we had a false start. Makes it 3rd and 11. Clock is rolling under 11 minutes. 2 for 16 penalties for Houston. 3 for 30 for Seattle. Back to pass. Darnold looking. Throws down the field. Overshot just by a yard. Number 15, of course, looking for a flag, none to be found. 4th and 11. 15, the intended target. Oh, man, that ball was just, he didn't get a finger on it, like a yard or 2 overthrown. Torrey Horton, number 15, was the intended target. Send the punting unit on. That's Michael Dixon for Seattle, the punter. Here's the snap. He moves forward. The kick is away. Taken at the 16. Return between the hash marks up to maybe the 24. 1st and 10. Houston trailing 14-0, but still over 10.5 to go. second quarter. All right, I'll put the baseball up 4-3, top of 9. Pitching change. All right, let me catch up. Yeah, I saw and I realized they had a viewing party. I didn't know, I guess. Interesting. Oh, okay. I'm on the river. We always talk about that. We used to ride our bikes 20 miles a day to town. Oh, I thought you were going to say uphill both ways, which that's cool. All right. 4-3, top of the 9th. Oh, I probably should have done the Hurricanes game. Maybe moving forward, I will lean that way too. Still going to do international games, Packer games. Not sure if I'm doing Sunday night football or Monday night football going forward. We'll have next Sunday because that's when the Packers play. Flyers 5, Kraken 2 in Philly. Wild 3 over the Rangers 1 in New York or Madison Square Garden. Knights up 2-0 on the Canes. First intermission. Flames Jets, no score. 8:25 to go in the second. 2-2 count to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 9th. Mariners trailing by 4-3. All right, back to Lumen Field. $10:34 to go, second quarter. Is that a walk? No, full count on the leadoff hitter. 30-13 all time on Monday Night Football for Seattle. All right. Stroud in shotgun from the 24. Back to pass. Throws left sideline short of 14. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 14, of course, is Noel. Jalen Noel. Noel. Leo Rivas struck out, so we got a pinch hitter. Mariners down to their last 2 outs. Shotgun, back to pass. Stroud looking, rolls out of the pocket. Oh, the ball is loose. This might be a fumble. I don't think it's an incomplete pass. There's what is going on? The Texans fell on the ball in the end zone. This went from a sure touchdown to a possible safety. All right, we're going to have to listen in. There is a penalty, too. They called the safety live on the field. Should have been a touchdown. I don't know how the Seahawks didn't get a touchdown out of this. Man, somebody was unblocked. How did they... The guy picked it up and ran. I thought he had a touchdown, but it must have been stripped by the Texans. Okay, the penalty was an illegal shift. The call on the field is a safety. Yeah, whether Stroud threw it or not, it wasn't going to be incomplete because it went backwards. Yeah. But I'm wondering, they got to show the goal line. I thought Seattle had a touchdown. Tremendous play by the Texans offense to strip that ball and recover it, though, for the safety. And now they got to kick off. once we resume, man. Or free kick, as they say. Oh, I forgot to do the poll. I'm sorry. Let me put the game up. Two strikeouts. Rivas and Dominic Canzone or whatever. Let me do the poll. So the Mariners are down to their last out. What are the Seahawks? 4-2? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Apologies. Forgot the poll. 2-1 the count. 2 outs. Top of 9. 4-3 Blue Jays. All right. We'll try to get this full screen again. It's just not gonna happen. I had this game full screen when I first got the broadcast on, and then it automatically went tiny. This is just insane. I can't even get it to. Okay, do this. Hey, Rick Smith, what's up? Thanks for checking in. Yeah, God, this is so frustrating. Hit the like. Yeah. A foul thing. Gotcha. Let's hear what they called. Is that the game? Struck out swinging. Yep. 4-3. Blue Jays go to the World Series the first time since 93, I think. 92, 93 champs. It's a touchback, right? Okay. I should have said it out loud. I'm like, sorry, wrong way. How is when there's a change of possession, is this a safety? But I didn't say it, and I should have. All right, so 2nd and 15 for the Texans after the illegal shift. Still 14-0. No safety. All right, and the Mariners advanced. Yeah, and of course I'm rooting for Texans for NFC playoff seeding implications. All right, 2nd and 15, 10-16 to go from the 19. Shotgun, back to pass. Stroud to the left side, caught by Nico Collins for a gain of 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and long, at least 11. Yes. Mariners fans in attendance, unhappy, I'm sure. But their Seahawks are leading. So they had a 3-2 lead and blew it. All right, they're calling it 3rd and 12 from the 22. Shotgun or throws to the near sideline, caught, taken, and nowhere near the first down. It'll be 4th down. It's 3rd and another flag. All right, hold on. I forgot to get the clock going too. Another penalty on Houston. It's declined, so it'd be 4th and whatever. 6? We'll see. All right, ESPN. All right, they say 4th and 7 from the Houston 27. Here's the snap. Tommy Thompson kicks it. Hits near the 30, returned up the near sideline, out of bounds near the 43. Great field position for Seattle. They should be up 21-0. That should have been a defensive touchdown. But they have good field position, and I'm still up 14-0, so. All right, now nothing for the Houston offense. 34 yards receiving, 8 yards rushing, and they're not even trying to rush. 5 carries. Stroud he's been hit a lot, took a sack. We joined this game late. The previous game went long. 1st and 10 at their own 43 for the Seahawks. Let's see. Yeah, no turnovers, but nothing really. No sacks. 2 tackles for losses, both by Lassiter, number 4 on Houston. Seattle defense, Nwosu, number 7 with a sack. 2 tackles for losses additionally by Williams, number 99, and Thomas, number 42. Touchdown catch for 11 yards by Jackson Smith-Njigba. And Zach Charbonnet had the rushing touchdown. Darnold, 6 for 10 for 100 yards and a touchdown. So we will have, I'll have to fix the schedule. I forgot. I didn't have time. We will have the NBA doubleheader tomorrow. It's available on NBC and Peacock if you have it. Wednesday, Montreal Canadiens at Calgary Flames. Thursday, Minnesota at Los Angeles Chargers. Friday night, more NBA doubleheader available on Prime. All right, 1st and 10. Darnold under center, has a deep back, hands it off, bounced to the outside, stuffed inside the 40 though, and there's a flag. Man, flags are just slowing this game down to a crawl. 9:05 to go. And every flag, they have to have a lengthy discussion on what was called. Face mask on Houston. So 1st and 10 again for Seattle. That was a huge loss. I mean, they lost at least 3 or 4 yards on that carry, and that got wiped out. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, somebody hit a 3-run homer. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I got to fix my clock. Handoff, another run stuffed, and he dives forward and does everything to maybe. Nope, he's going to get a loss of 1. Another run to the near sideline, the left side, and another loss, 2nd and 11. All right, let's go this way to fix the clock. 2nd and 11. Handoff out of shotgun near the Texans 40. Yeah, face mask was killer. All right, anytime. I know it's 3rd down. Would love to know the distance, ESPN. I guess I'll use your website since your broadcast doesn't say. Oh, they're behind. Or they're ahead. No, I guess they're ahead. Oh, I guess 3rd and 8. It is 3rd and 8. 7:48 to go. Back to pass. Darnold throws to the near sideline. Caught for the first down by Smith-Njigba. Near the 20. 1st and 10. Yeah, it stinks. I don't know. I'm indifferent, but yeah, would have been nice for the Mariners to get the first trip. From the 21, it's a trick play. Number 10 throws it. It's picked by the Texans. The intended target was Smith-Njigba. Seattle getting a little too cute. It was Cooper Kupp on a toss from Darnold, and he threw an interception because he threw the ball way behind Smith-Njigba. Wow. Seattle should have been blowing this game open, and now they just opened the door again for the Texans, 1st and 10. That was a horrible throw, but guess what? It was by a wide receiver. Yeah, he overshot Smith-Njigba. So Smith-Njigba was open, and Bullock just was right there in the perfect spot for that interception. Wow. All right, let's check the poll. 3-2 in voting in favor of the Texans over the Seahawks. I hope so. Man, I hope this game turns around. Been a bit of a dud. All right, let's check on the hockey. Calgary on the board, 1-0 over the Jets late in the second period. Knights up 2-1. Hurricanes, Sebastian Aho, 4:18 into the second. Assisted by Jarvis and Ehlers. Oh boy, excuse me. Yeah, on Friday night, the prime NBA doubleheader is Celtics at Knicks, followed by Timberwolves at Lakers. Again, moving forward, I think Tuesday night we're going back to hockey because Tuesday the 28th is a big hockey night. And there's only going to be an NBC game at 7 or so moving forward. The second game of the doubleheader is at 10 and is on Peacock exclusively. So would rather just do hockey on Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Saturday. And I may start doing it Sunday night and Monday night because I don't know. We'll have to see how the numbers are. All right, Cooper Kupp throws an interception. Stroud back to throw, dumps it off to 21, and he is tackled behind the 20 for about a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14. I mean, what is all this short of the line of scrimmage throws? There's like zero offense to speak of here. They call it 2nd and 15. 6.5 to go in the second quarter. In shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, back to throw, throws to the far side, numbers caught, taken out to the 32. That's a gain of 14 and a 3rd and 1 coming up. Well, picked up a chunk of yardage there. In shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws to the far sideline, caught by Nico Collins for the first down. I think Collins had the last one. Yeah, okay. Chubb had that -5, and then the last 2 were to Nico Collins. All right, they're going hurry up. 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the near side. Back to pass to Stroud. He gets hit. The ball is loose. A lineman for Houston falls on it. But we got a flag, so hold on. 5:32 to go, second quarter. Holding on the Seahawks, 1st and 10 for, so that wipes out, a sack and a loss. Yeah. 53 had knocked the ball out of Stroud's arm. They would have had 2nd and long. So it was a fumble. Well, I guess good luck to the Dodgers. Sorry, Piggy Wiggly. Handoff up the middle. Bounces to the outside, numbers for the first down inside Seattle territory at the Seahawks 38. Okada on the tackle. 27 on the carry. That's not Chubb, is it? Oh, it is Chubb. No, that's Woody Marks. Chubb is 21. I know. The joke is they have Chubb and Woody in the backfield. I get it. All right. Whoops. Back to handoff to Marks again. That, I don't know. That gain maybe 1. We'll see what they say. Yeah, 1 yard to the 47. 2nd and 9 coming up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot Peter McPeter's a Dodgers fan. What's Doyers? Is that how you say it in Spanish or something? I remember them having Doyer jerseys. Oh, I didn't start my clock again. Gosh darn it. Yeah, let's go this way. It'll be easier. Throws to the left sideline. Caught. Easy first down and then some. Down near the 24. 1st and 10 again. Or picks it up on the 2nd and 9 play, but 1st and 10. Most promising Texans drive of the night. Faked the handoff to Marks. Dumped it to 86. They're at the Seahawk 25. Back to throw. Stroud incomplete. A lot of contact with Nico Collins, and there's the late flag. Yeah, this should be DPI or holding at 3:52. It is pass interference. So 1st and 10. Yeah, Collins got turned as he was doing a route. Guy grabbed his left shoulder and turned him. That easy call. Would have caught it if he hadn't been turned. 350, 4 penalties for 36 yards for Houston, 5 penalties for 40 yards for Seattle. 3:52 to go, second quarter. Shotgun back to pass, looking. Stroud breaks the pocket, dumps it off, incomplete to Chubb. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Randy, are you kidding me? That stupid I Love LA song, Peter. Oh, please tell me they don't sing that. Is that before the game or like a 7th inning stretch? Oh, boy. God, that song's so annoying. Sorry. I know that probably hurts LA people. Oh, Stroud trips, and he's down back at the 25. This is going to bring up a 3rd and 15. Everything but the Clippers. Gotcha. Well, they're San Diego invaders, aren't they? You like the Chargers? After every win, okay, like New York, Sinatra for the Yankees, which that's annoying too. I hear you. I don't care, honestly. It's baseball. I'm indifferent to baseball. 3rd and 15. They got to get this playoff. 1 second. Back to throw. Stroud looking, dumps it off. And I think that's Kincaid. Is that Dalton Kincaid? They're well short of the first down. Oh, sorry. Dalton Schultz. Wrong Dalton. Wrong team. My bad. All right. 4th. And they'll probably send the field goal unit on. 4th and probably less than 10. Of course, thanks, ESPN. You never bothered to put up the down distance. I'm just guessing. All right, it's 4th and 7. Now they're lining up for the kick. 36-yarder, high snap, good hold. Kick is through the uprights and good. Houston finally on the board, trailing 14-3. 2:18 to go in the second. They will be kicking off after a timeout. Yeah, other than I wouldn't mind the let's see. It's a great song, not really. Gotcha. So Anaheim. Well, you like the Rams. Well, the Rams are playing in LA. That's right. Yeah, Ducks. I don't know. I don't like the Ducks. It had a lot to do with their color commentator. He thought a guy who was clearly concussed on the Blackhawks was trying to sell it, like embellish a penalty, and the guy was literally knocked out along the boards, and his call was, "Is he trying to sell this?" And I'm just like, "Are you kidding me, dude?" I hated doing Ducks games because he was annoying too. Besides that one bad take, and I don't know. I've never liked their uniforms either or their logos. But yeah, Angels, the California Angels, the Anaheim Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I hear you. Chargers, whatever. Yeah. Yep. They rent from. Yeah, I getcha. Chargers should have stayed in San Diego. Their two owners are, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I hear you. The Clippers have been so bad. Plus, they had a racist owner. Then Ballmer buys them, and he's nuts, and they never do anything. I hear you. I grew up a Lakers fan because I loved Magic Johnson and James Worthy and Byron Scott, even Jabbar, his skyhook, even though he was late in his career. Of course, then I was full Bulls by the time they met for the first title. I do like the Kings in the last 10 to 12 years. Other than that, yeah, I'd like the Chargers more if Harbaugh wasn't their coach, but I'd like somebody besides the Chiefs to win the AFC West, but all right, still waiting on the kickoff. All right, come on. Man, I guess this isn't that long a half. Kick is in the air. It just feels like it. Taken at the 5, returned far numbers, out to the 25, pushed his way to the 30 before being pushed out of bounds. 2:13 to go. Seattle has all 3 timeouts. 1st and 10. Oh yeah, adult. Yeah, exactly. Father time. Exactly. Well, if she's not going to be here, I'll talk trash about the Chiefs. It's just jealousy. I know. In shotgun, Darnold fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws in Jigba. Smith-Njigba takes it out to about the 35. Maybe only the 34. They might have marked him short. And I guess that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Yeah, 2nd and 5. My clock was a little bit ahead. Yep, 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard catch. Yep. Oh. Yeah, so Kings and well, Lakers back in the day. I wouldn't say I've been a Laker fan since the 80s, you know. I mean, I was happy Magic came back. That was kind of amazing to watch. Seahawks lead in the voting 62% to 38 on 8 votes. Yeah, we don't have fish here. And I haven't really put much up to vote, but let's see. Just I don't know. I got to look at the numbers, not sure really. You know, Sunday night especially, again, no decision this week because we'll be doing the Packers. But going forward, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do Sunday night football. Yeah, he was amazing. That's why I liked basketball. CBS went in the 80s, you know, I'd get home, you know, from church. There'd be a game like 11:30 usually. Man, that'd be early for LA. They'd be on the road, you know, in Boston or unless they were the second game of the doubleheader. I just remember the Lakers, the Sixers, and the Celtics were on a light. Lakers, Celtics, and Sixers were on a lot, and I liked. And I watched. Yeah, exactly. I always rooted for them in the finals. So yeah. Fish earlier, he seemed okay. Yeah. No, I was just saying because he's not. I haven't put up a vote. He's the only channel member, so his vote is all there is. And I'm just thinking I'm leaning towards more hockey. Yeah, we'll see. I got to look at the schedule. If there's not a hockey game I get, I'm not going to bother. But Monday night, I don't know. Again, I got to look into the schedule more. So we'll see. Yeah, Celtics, I've never liked the Celtics. All right, shotgun. Darnold hands it off. That's a first down. And then some out to midfield and spun down at the 50 as they were trying to strip the ball. And, of course, that was 26, which is, of course, Zach Charbonnet. Good run up the middle. Poor tackling as well on Houston. Yeah, that's true. It's just nobody's watching, though, I feel like. And Monday night, I don't know, these Monday night games did all right. But, like, Sunday night, like, nobody watches. I mean, not nobody watches, nobody joins the live stream. Throw by Darnold caught at the Texans 40 near the first down. Yeah, it should be a first down. Clock rolling, 1:10 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. 1st and 10 from the Texans 40. Shotgun, Darnold back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket, throws it, and nearly threw an interception. It's dropped. 2nd and 10 with 57 seconds to go. Jeez Louise. Pock Tucker. Dogs are going crazy in the neighborhood. Dope VODs donated. All right, I got to do a shot of whiskey at halftime. We'll do another one. I'll put it up. Thanks, Dope VODs. Appreciate you. Wait, did I put it up? Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll do it during halftime. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, I got it ready. Dale Jr. Shot. Gonna do a peanut butter whiskey because a shot of scotch might be a little too much. I like to sip scotch. 3rd and 4, by the way. Sorry. Got distracted. We'll leave that up. Hey, Peter McPeter, have a good night. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the Canes Stars on Saturday, unless Kopitar is back. But yeah, I'll have to check. I don't think I'm gonna do Kings Saturday. Let me see what's coming up. Yeah, all we got is Wednesday. But next week, I think I'm gonna do Tuesday night hockey for sure. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. I think I'll continue. Oh, sorry, I got to get back to the game. But yeah, back to pass. Darnold rolls out of the pocket, throws it out of bounds. So they'll bring up 4th and 4 with 23 seconds to go. Sorry, I got distracted. But thanks, Peter. Yeah, I would like to do Kings, but I think the only one coming up would be Saturday, and Canes Stars is kind of more intriguing. So, but yeah, I hope you have a good night. 4th and 4, they'll send the field goal unit on. Yeah, have a good one too, Peter. Thanks. And cheers, Father Time. We'll get there in a minute. All right, Jason Myers. Is that like what is that, Halloween or? Snap, hold, kick is on the way. I think it was blocked. Yeah, it didn't go far at all. It's going to roll into the end zone where it's going to be blown dead. So tipped at the line, and the Texans still are only down by 11, 14-3. Number 96 on the block, Autry for the Texans. So probably a kneel down coming up for the Texans. Doubt they're going to want to risk anything here. And I got to fix the 3rd quarter countdown clock. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Yep, Father Time. Cheers. We'll get there. Thanks again, Dope VODs. Hope you're having a good night. All right, from their own 42. Well, they got 3 timeouts. I guess they can throw down the middle and call timeout. Yeah, they could still get in field goal range. Back to pass. Stroud lofts it down the right side. Caught inside the 30. Wow. Yeah, this is like the Packers before halftime. I wasn't sure, but yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'll take down this week for now. So timeout, Houston. What a leaping catch made. Good ball by Stroud as well. They're inside the Seahawk 30. That's Noel, Noel. Unless it's Noel. If you're a Seattle fan, let me know. I'm sorry, a Texans fan. My bad. 29-yard catch to the Seattle 28. I know that's sarcastic. I got called out by a Lions fan. I don't know if he's still here. He was not happy. I guess I was being biased and he didn't like the gear. Looks like Seattle called their first timeout. No, it's okay, Rick. You didn't have to delete that. That was funny. You should have left it. That was hilarious. You didn't have to retract it. All right, let me get the booze. We'll hit this at the half. All right, here's the poison I pick. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. It's 35% alcohol, 70 proof. I'll leave that there. All right, 1st and 10. Man, they can't. Oh, Seattle's down to 1 timeout. I guess I didn't notice they took one. Excuse me, earlier. I don't know. Are you going to try to take a shot at the end zone? Back to pass, throws, incomplete. Maybe that was just to take the time off the clock so they didn't have to kick it. In that case, I would have just run it up the gut to get it closer and then quick call timeout. Like, even just go a couple of yards in and dive. All right, it's Fairbairn on to try and... Oh, sorry. I'll get back to it. You didn't miss anything. Here's the 46-yard attempt. Here's the snap. The hold. The kick is up by Fairbairn. That's your halftime score, 14-6. And we will start the second half clock. No, Rick Smith said, I hardly noticed that you were, I almost didn't notice you were a Packer fan, and I was laughing. That's it. Yeah, oh, the screwball. Yeah, we'll get that going in a minute. All right, the clock is rolling for the second half start. Hey, we got a good crowd in here. We got 20 people. Thank you. Yeah, that was hilarious. I don't know why he retracted it. It was funny. Yeah, he just said I hardly noticed you were a Packer fan. All I was mentioning is the Detroit fan didn't like it, and he didn't. I guess I was too biased for the Bucks too. That's fine. I can take criticism. That's fine. Hey, Alex, thanks. Oh, I was gonna say that. Was it Halloween? Michael Myers. I had I combined 2 characters. Mike Myers. Yeah, Mike Myers, as in. The former Saturday Night Live and Austin Powers and etc. Yeah, I combined. Thanks, Alex, for clarifying. I've completely lost it. I haven't even had the shot of whiskey. All right. The important thing is that Houston got a field goal and they're back within 8 some way, somehow, because the Seahawks have definitely outplayed them in the first half. They were within a few inches of having a 21-0 lead or 21-3 lead. I don't remember. Yeah, let's fix the clock because otherwise I'll forget that too. Oh, no, I can't. All right, I won't quite fix it yet. We'll wait. So, kickoff. Didn't see the start of the game. I got to look up who gets the ball. Let's get the clock up, and I will sync it, with ESPN. All right, they say 10:50 to go. All right, there, we're synced. First quarter, Seattle had to punt it away. So that will be Texans ball to start the second half. And let me fix the timeouts because I will forget that as well. There we go. All right. Well, I put a goal of a dono. Rick Smith. I used to watch Bart Starr and Johnny Unitas. Wow. That's incredible. Yeah, I wish. I remember Bart as a coach. But my first memories, and I don't remember if I watched the game live or if it was simply Rick, do you remember Alcoa Presents Fantastic Finishes? That's my first memory. The Chester Markle blocked field goal in overtime that he caught and ran in for a touchdown against the Bears. That's my first real football memory. I was going to put a video together about ups and downs of being a highs and lows, ups and downs or memories of as a Packer fan, because there's plenty of highs and plenty of lows. And let me get this bottle on a coaster real quick. All right. Oh, yeah, cheers. Thanks to everybody. Thanks Dope VODs. Appreciate it. Cheers to football, hockey, basketball, this community. Thanks for your support, everybody. It's been tremendous. You guys have been awesome. Channel's really exploded since May with the WNBA, and I appreciate you all. It's good stuff. Pardon the burp. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Let's catch up on the chat before I take a break. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I've seen any of those either. And which ones I've seen. It's been so long. Yeah, I should look into it. Gosh, that would have been the 60s. I was just thinking, like, Bart carried into the set. Well, Bart was still playing as a quarterback for the Packers in the 70s, but not too far. No, you're good. You're good. Everybody knows it's a drinking reference. Oh no, Rick! I'm sorry. Just Joe Cap. I've seen him in highlights. I've heard of Joe Cap. Yeah, don't worry. I can respect the Vikings, except like it in the 90s, the Packers never won in the Metrodome. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I do root against the Vikings. I know. I should tone it down. Kind of don't like the Lions anymore now. But at least the Vikings have been to the Super Bowl. And I'll admit it, technically they won the last NFL title, the NFL only title prior to Super Bowl V and the merger being officially, official. So they won the 1969 NFL only title despite losing the Super Bowl, I assume the Chiefs. But yeah, Joe Cap, yeah. I mean, who can't appreciate Fran Tarkenton? I know he wasn't always a Viking, but I think he had 2 tour duties with them. So yeah. Yeah, Alcoa Presents Fantastic Finishes. Those were great. That's like my first NFL memory, I think. Because my dad was a Bears fan. So yeah, thanks, Dope Vods. Hope you have a great night. Thank you. Alex, cheers to you. Oh, man, guys, I fell asleep on the bots. All right, hold on. I got it. Apologies, wasn't paying attention. There we go. You got it. A little late. Better late than never. Yeah, exactly. I knew Cap was before Tarkenton, yeah. But I have seen some highlights of Cap. He was good. Of course, I remember Tommy Kramer. That's probably where I start. again, the main thing is that, all right, I got to take a quick break. I'll be back. Thanks, everybody. I'll be right back. Thanks. Before I get too chatty. Actually, let me fix the clock now, too. Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, we are back. I got to get water, though. Where were we? I remember what I was babbling about. Whoop. I got to turn my phone back down. Father Time, I think we asked Alex, but if he answers, yeah, Alex is more than welcome to be a mod. I'm on board with that. Actually, Rick Smith, if you want to be a mod, I'd welcome you too. Just let me know. I completely understand if you don't want to. Anybody else in here? Dope VODs, you're in here a lot. Sorry, I tried to. We've got some regulars. All right, we'll get ready for the second half. I think all I was saying is about the Vikings is it really ticked me off when they were so celebrating Jim Hart. Yeah, Jim Hart did gosh darn it. I think he was Bears radio announcer back in the day. He might have even done play-by-play. He might not have been the color. And this is a long time ago. Probably early 80s, because I know Wayne Larrivee was their announcer when they did the Super Bowl, in 85, which, gosh darn it, it's like really the only season I really hated the Bears. That team was so obnoxious. The Vikings, I just didn't like the fact that they made breaking Rodgers' collarbone was a highlight to their season. And not only that, it was their top 5 sports moment of the year in the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. So I'll stop ragging on Minnesota now. I got it out of me. All right, got to get it third quarter now as well. Took down the clock. Yeah. All right, we should be just about set. I got to remember to move it to the third quarter for that later. Kick returned by Houston up to the 25, 1st and 10. And for some reason, before next Monday. Actually, I don't know when I'm going to need it next for football, but I got to try uninstalling and reinstalling the NFL app because this is unacceptable that I have to watch this on such a small screen. I can't. The game, when I first had the broadcast going, it was full screen and it resized on me. Back, let's see, run to the far numbers, stuffed, not for a short gain here. What happened? My mic seems so high right now. Yeah. All right, second down. They're showing replays. Would be nice if they did the down and distance. They say 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and, let's say 6? Yeah, 6. All right, under center. Stroud back to pass. Rushes on. Throws over the middle. Intercepted at the 46. Picked up. Runs to the 40. Near sideline 30. 25-20. Pushed out of bounds between the 20 and 25. Ugh. Yikes. Not the start. See, we do have a flag, but I'm assuming this is on the return. This is very late. Well, maybe we can listen in.
Personal foul, illegal blind side block, number 7 of the intercepting team. After enforcement of a 15-yard penalty, it will be 1st and 10.
All right, illegal blindside block on number 7. So it is Seattle ball, 1st and 10, but they're going to back up. It's going to wipe out most of the return. Purple and gold. Yeah. Man, that year was so rough. He had such an amazing year in 2009, and it overshadowed a really good year in his second year as starter for Rodgers. But, yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, I don't think I remember Jim Hart as like a radio announcer. But, yeah, Rick, if you'd like to be a mod, let me know. If not, that's totally fine. And it looked like the ball got tipped incomplete. Maybe a bad throw by Andy Dalton. Yeah, Horton got, I think Horton 15 got one hand on it. Yeah, Torrey Horton. First target of the night. 2nd and 10 from the Houston 38. Near sideline, or near hash mark. Run right up the near hash mark, pushing the pile, and he's going to get the... Well, okay, when do they blow it dead? They could push him into the end zone, I suppose. Walker on the carry. Is it a first down? Is it second? No, they're saying third down. But what's the distance? Whoops, wrong. 3rd and 3, according to ESPN.com. Baseball through a barn. Yeah, I know he could break people's ribs with his him and Elway. 3rd and 3. Handoff right up the middle. Second effort. Falls about a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1. So what do they do here? They're up 8. It's a 4th and 1, at like the 31. Interesting call coming up here. $12:42 to go. Third quarter. Darnold in shotgun, receiver in motion. Back to pass, throws towards the left sideline. What a catch by Jackson Smith-Njigba. 1st and 10. Or is it that far that, yeah, I thought it's not 1st and goal. Yep. Yeah, Favre and Elway. I'm sure there's others, but those are the two I've always heard. Agree, Father Time. Gosh darn it. I loved Elway and, wanted him to win the 3 Super Bowls he lost. Then, of course, he beats the Packers, and I was devastated. Handoff up the middle to Walker. He gets it down near the 8, I believe. Second and, to the 8 of Houston for 3 yards. So, 2nd and 7. So, they can get a first down, but it's going to be like almost a touchdown at that point. 11. Whoops. Got to slow the clock down a little. 11:24 to go. Back to pass, rolling to the far sideline. Caught for pretty much no gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Caught near the sideline. Number 18 was the target. Elijah Arroyo. Number 8, yeah. All right. Eight first downs by the Texans, 13 by the Seahawks. 3rd, I guess they gave him a yard. 3rd and 6, Darnold and shotgun, 2 receivers each side. Actually, empty backfield. Throws towards the end zone, overshot the intended target. Number 15, that, of course, is Torrey Horton again. 4th and 6, and I would imagine they're going to send out the field goal team. Field goal unit at 10:37. All right, defense of Houston, excuse me, was put in a tough spot. They hold the Seahawks to a field goal attempt. 26-yarder is up, and was that good? I guess it was. Wow, he really hooked it, and that got dangerously close to the left upright. But it's through for 3. 17-6, and we'll have a kickoff coming up. Yeah, Tracy Porter with the pick 6 late. Yeah, I remember that game. And, of course, the Bears lost to them in the rainstorm after they wasted Devin Hester's opening touchdown. Yeah, remember those games. Yeah, that was so brutal. I don't know, but after that, I started to hate the Saints, though. Peyton and Breeze never got criticized for only winning 1 Super Bowl as much as, I mean, like zero criticism of that when that's all anybody was quick to point out about McCarthy and Rodgers. It was virtually the same situation. All right, in the poll, 15 votes, 73% to 27% for Seattle. Let's check. That's right. Here's what's coming up. I forgot to take down tonight's game and move forward. Saturday, I think we're going to do Hurricanes Stars that 7 o'clock that night. Speaking of the NHL, through 2, Vegas 2, Carolina 1, Jets and Flames tied at 1, 6:35 to go. Earlier, Flyers 5-2 over the visiting Kraken. Rangers lose at home to the Wild 3-1. Darnold 11 for 19, 153 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp threw that pick and that trick play, ill-advised, truthfully. And Charbonnet they've got 66 yards on the ground, led by Charbonnet, 6 for 39 and a touchdown. Smith-Njigba, 6 for 78 and a touchdown. Stroud, 11 of 19, 106 yards and a pick. Nothing. 8 carries for 24 yards on the ground. Schultz, 3 catches for 43. Nico Collins, 4 for 27. Returned up the near numbers. Now the far numbers. Now the near numbers and out of bounds. For Houston, they'll have a 1st and 10 coming up. I'll double check the yard line. 10:28 to go. Oh, sorry. Mods just have to hide the bots. You're able to do it. Sorry. Yeah. Like what I do, but like I have to hide bots from NFL games usually. Back to pass. Stroud throws incomplete, trying to hit Nico Collins out near the 47-yard line. 2nd and 10, 10:22. Yeah, that's all we're talking about. Occasionally a rude comment needs to be deleted and bots can be hidden or at least have their comments deleted. So, yeah, if you don't want to do it, totally understand. But the offer is out there. Don't feel pressured into doing it. All right, Stroud fakes the handoff, dumps it off to Dalton, and he gets a 1st down near midfield. Again, which Dalton? Dalton Schultz. I apologize. I got Dalton Kincaid of Buffalo on the brain. 10:03 and a 1st down. 1st and 10. From the 49, back to pass, thrown, and it's going to be out of bounds. And we got a late flag while the throw out of bounds happened. Defensive holdings, that's a 1st down. 9:52. Should have the ball in Seattle territory now at the 46. Yeah, somebody was holding 19. Wait, 19 or 14? I don't know. I couldn't read the number. All right, at the Seattle 46, handoff up the middle. Looked like Chubb for maybe 4. Nope, it was Marks. Woody Marks, my bad. 2nd and 6 coming up. Gain of 4. 57 is heading to the sideline for Houston, though. What is that about? Oh, maybe he was eligible on that play. Maybe an extra tackle. Yeah, that's what it was. Fisher reported as eligible. Nine, 10 to go. 3rd quarter. Fake the handoff. Stroud back to pass. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Nico Collins. And now we got 3rd and 6. In an 11-point game in the 3rd quarter. 17-6 Seattle. Looked like the defender hit him before the ball got there. Oh, no. He did hit the ball and then collided with Collins. So he touched the ball first. So that's perfectly legal. 1 of 6 on 3rd down for Houston. 9:04 to go. Back to pass. Stroud looking. Steps up. Throws. Caught. Short of the sticks. Juggled. Oh, they called it a catch. It's going to be a gain of 4 and at least a 4th and 2. Wait, now did they call it incomplete? Okay. Now they ruled it incomplete. The first guy said it was a catch. It never hit the ground. Why was... Oh, no, it was laying on the ground at the end. Ugh. All right, 4th and 6. What's the call here? Nope, they send Tommy Townsend out. Horton will return. 100,000, yeah. I wish. Punted inside the 5 and stopped at the 4. Good punt by Tommy Townsend. 8:51 to go. Third quarter, 1st and 10 coming up for the Seahawks, deep in their own territory, back at about the 4. Nope, I forgot to make it 2. There we go. Team 2. 38-yard. Townsend punted it 38 yards, punted 38 yards to the 4, and downed by Ross. All right. Underway in the third, Knights 2, Hurricanes 1. Only a minute 19 to go. Jets have a 2-1 lead over the Flames in Calgary. So, sorry, Rhonda. Not looking good here, but there's still a minute 19 to go for your Flames. Stroud is 12 of 23, 123 yards, a pick, taken 2 sacks. No run game to speak of. They haven't tried to run the ball. Schultz leads with 4 catches for 60. Noel, 2 for 34. And Nico Collins, 4 for 27. Woody Marks, 1 for 7. Chubb had 1 for -5. 5 receivers with catches. Only 4 for Seattle, and they've run the ball okay, but not great either. 66 yards. All right. Yeah, I need to get this closer to me. About there. All right. All right. Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State, from Texas originally. 8:51 in the third at their own 4. Darnold under center. Hands it off up the middle. I think that's Walker out to the 9. Should be about 2nd and 5 coming up. Yeah. They say 2nd and 6, only a gain of 4. All right. Under 8.5, third quarter. From the 8, they got to get to the 14. Handoff up the middle. Walker met at the line and tackled down for probably a loss of 1. See where they mark it. It's 3rd down and long. Oh my gosh. Peter Schrager is the sideline reporter. 100,000. Yeah, he was joking and exaggerating. There's not 100,000 people here. Not anytime soon. 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Darnold from the end zone. Rolls out. He's going to be sacked. The ball is loose. Is it a safety or a touchdown? It's a touchdown. Texans got it. 51. Oh, my goodness. What a disaster by Darnold. And this is suddenly a 5-point game pending the extra point. Holy cow. I mean, throw it away and take the safety and risk the safety on the intentional grounding. Don't try to be hero and end up fumbling it and giving up 6 instead of 2. Darnold had it in his left hand trying to get out of there and fumbled it. Yeah, and then immediately scooped up by the guy who was going to get credited with this. Okay, they are going for 2, which, yeah, I guess that's what the analytics say to do. Stroud rolls to the near sideline, throws it to the back of the end zone where it's incomplete. 2-point failed. I mean, I said it in the earlier game. I think in the first 3 quarters, you take the points. If it's the fourth quarter, I totally understand trying to cut it to a 3-point game. And I know analytics are probably saying go for it, but man, you give up a field goal now and you're down 8 when you could still be only down 7. So I don't get it, but I know I'm going to be in the minority. And I was told it was old-time football thinking, but I get it. That's the analytics, but I'm saying the analytics aren't always right. I don't think you chase points in the first 3 quarters. That's something you do in the fourth. You take the points in the first 3, and strictly speaking about 1 point extra points. And man, 34,000 though is still a lot. You take the point in the first 3 quarters, go for 2 if you're trying. I mean, depending on the deficit. If it was the fourth quarter, I'd say, yeah, try to make it 17-14, but I think it's too early. If you had 13 and say you do shut them out, then you can get a touchdown and still be up 3. Now you got to go for 2 again if it's 19-17, but I don't know. What do I know? Analytics are going to say to go for it, apparently. So Darnold was sacked by Anderson. I think Anderson caused the fumble and recovered it too for the touchdown. So fumble by Darnold, Will Anderson with the recovery and the touchdown. And we suddenly have a 5-point game again. You going to bed or not yet? Okay. All right, should have a kickoff soon. They missed the kickoff. They're already on the return. Up the far hash mark to the 35, out near the 40. Wow. Explosive return there by Seattle. Oh, yeah, they have the ball still because they fumbled in the end zone. 1st and 10. $7:19 to go in the third. What is the delay? All right. Shotgun back to pass, throws down the near sideline, caught by Smith-Njigba again in Houston territory too. Nice ball by Dalton, good catch by Smith-Njigba. Not horrible coverage, almost got fingers on it. That was number 4 got beat. Is that Lassiter? Yeah, that was very close to being a pass defense. They're already at the Houston 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one's batted down at the line of scrimmage, though. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 6:42. Yeah, good play. 0 got it for Houston. 2nd and 10. From the 36, near hash mark, in shotgun. He has a back with him. It is a handoff. Walker, I believe, yeah, to the outside, takes a hit, falls forward near the, about at least almost a yard, close to the first down marker and about a yard short, depending on the spot. How does my clock keep getting ahead so much? All right, come on, ESPN. All right, they say 3rd and 2. Walker heads to the sideline. Darnold under center, 3rd and 2. He has a deep back. It's probably Charbonnet. Handoff, Charbonnet met in the backfield. No gain at best. Maybe a loss of 1. It'll be 4th and 2, maybe 3. Under 6 to go. 3rd quarter. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. It is 4th and 3. Looks like they're going to try a 47-yarder with Jason Myers. Here's the snap. The kick is on the way. It looks good. And it's through the uprights. And now it's 20-12. Exactly what I was talking about. Now they're down 8. When they could only be down 7. But what do I know? $20-12. 5 minutes and change. 5:15 to go in the 3rd. Ow. All right, let's check in on NHL. Probably got some finals. What? Oh, Jets did win in Calgary 2-1 over the Flames. Still 10-13 to go in Vegas. 2-1 Knights over the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are 5-0 going into the game. Kings haven't lost in regulation. I'm sorry, Knights haven't lost in regulation either yet. Let's see. All right. Oh, yeah, make sure this is on time. Yep, it is. Still at commercial. Man. All right. Man, still at commercial. What is going on here? What? Oh, cheers. Yeah. Huh? Nope. There's still 5:15 to go in the 3rd. It's a long game. Started a little late. I think they held it a little bit for the first game going long. Washington against the Chiefs next week. All right, well, maybe I'll do it. I got to look at the NHL schedule. Maybe we'll still do football. Definitely doing next Sunday night for obvious reasons, but I don't know. This game seemed to do pretty well compared to the early game, too, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Returned out of the end zone, past the 20 to the near sideline, out near the 30. We'll see where they mark it. 1st and 10. Houston trailing by 8 now, late. Well, a third of the third quarter to go. Dan Orlovsky's in the booth, and they have a second. They have 3 people. Okay. First and 10, 5:09 to go for Houston from their own 32 near hash mark. Receiver in motion. Well, that looked like a busted play. Stroud just handed it off to not Chubb, the other guy, Woody Marks. I don't know what was supposed to happen, but he was looking for somebody to hand it to, and he just handed it to Marks. It was kind of very odd. Ended up being a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. 27 rushing yards for Houston. 76 for Seattle. All right, from their own 31, Stroud under center, fakes the handoff, rolls, throws it, caught by Dalton. Schultz out near the first down. I think they're going to say first down, depending on the spot. Or are they going to mark him inches short? All right, come on. Have it on your graphics. Okay, it is 3rd and 1. I knew it. Where they were first going to spot it, I thought Schultz had it. But on the second one, then they suddenly moved it back. All right, they got to get to the 42. They're at the 41.5-yard line. Oh, brother, now what? Maybe replay assist gave him a first down. Wait, what? Did they have clock issues? Now suddenly there's 4:06 to go. Are they reviewing this spot or what are we doing? Now there's 3:55. I mean, God, ESPN is terrible at broadcasting football. I don't know what it is. All right, Stroud under center, bunch formation, handoff up the middle, and Marks didn't get it. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 1. See what they decide to do. They're in their own territory, down 8. Yeah, if anything, he lost a half a yard. Stroud has it. Another handoff to Marks goes nowhere. They're snuffed out near the 40 and a turnover on downs at 3:11. If analytics told you to go for that, holy crap, then fire the analytics guy because you're only down 8. It's the 3rd quarter. You're at your own 40. You've got Tommy Townsend, a really good punter. And you tried to tried to have Marks take it to the outside numbers. Seattle blew it up. He didn't even reach the 40. He was 2 yards short. I don't get it. I know it's hindsight, but man, if you're at midfield, fine. Maybe that's a cop out. That's only 10 yards, but still, from the 39, they actually marked it. Dalton back to pass, looking, 4-man rush, non-existent, throws short to the near sideline, 3:06 to go. These incompletions are really slowing this game down, too. 11 incompletions for Stroud and 10 for Dalton. It was intended for Jackson Smith-Njigba. From the 39, far hash mark, receiver in motion is Cup to the near side, so 2 to each side. He's got a back in shotgun with him. Back to pass, looking, throws, dumps it off. Short pass for maybe 3 yards. No, that's right. It was 2nd and 10, so now it's 3rd and 7. I forgot to mark the incompletion. No, that was good Father Time. No problem. All right. We got Cup. Who else is out there? 2.5 to go in the third. 3rd and 7 from the Houston 36. Back to pass. Dalton quick gets rid of it. That's a first down. Smith-Njigba up the far numbers inside the 20. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10. Man, I just don't understand going for that on 4th and 1 at your own 41-yard line or 42, whatever. I think the first down was at the 42. Smith-Njigba has just been unstoppable. From the 17, under center, fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws towards the end zone, incomplete. Oh, and a super late flag after Smith-Njigba puts his hands up as to say, where's the foul? I guess. Well, I don't know. First and goal from the 2, called DPI. I guess it's not a hold, I guess, because the ball was already in the air. I mean, nope, I hit the wrong button. I do not want Copilot. Oh my gosh, get this out of here. Oh my gosh, what just took over my screen? Throw to the flat and taken down for no gain. So, sorry, I was having trouble. 2nd and goal coming up. That was Charbonnet, I believe, on the pass to the far side. Looked like, yeah, Zach Charbonnet. A catch for no gain. That was his first target. Second and goal from the 2, under center, receiver in motion. Handoff, Charbonnet, he walks in for the touchdown. Nobody touched him. 54 seconds to go, and there's the 6 points off the turnover on downs. I don't get it. I just don't get it. They're up 14, 2-yard rushing touchdown by Charbonnet. Will they kick it, or are they going to go for 2 to try to be up, I guess, 16? No, I think you kick it, go up 15. And Houston will be chasing points that they can't afford. Should have 13, just my opinion. They will send the kicker out. Here's the snap. The kick is up through the uprights and good. 27-12, under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Fifth rushing TD this season, all 5 yards or fewer. I mean, this was well blocked. I mean, he made the cut and followed the blockers, but man, that he just pretty much, I mean, he barely moved and then walked it in practically. It was a pretty easy touchdown. Oh, the Canes are down 3-1. 5:20 to go. Yep. 2 touchdowns for Charbonnet. 8 carries, 40 yards. I mean, that's good. 8 for 40. Walker's 13 for 33. At least they're trying to run the ball. Houston doesn't even try. I mean, 12 carries for 25 yards. I mean, I get it's not going well, but you got to keep trying. Keep the defense honest. Bobbled and picked up and returned it from the 2 to the 20 and nailed immediately. 1st and 10 for C.J. Stroud and the offense at their own 20. 48 seconds to go, third quarter. Yeah, no NFL doubleheader next week, I think. I don't know why they do this, but I also don't know why they put 2 games an hour apart as well. All right, Stroud under center. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws it, almost intercepted at the 20. Trying to go to Collins. Honestly, why even bother with the play action? They know you ain't running the ball, to be honest. That's just a waste. I mean, hit Chubb on that. Nobody picked him up. He forces the ball. I mean, I know. I don't know what he sees out there. I don't know why ESPN did my feed freeze? No, this their replay did. Oh, that's fine, Father Time. No problem. No worries. Back to pass. Stroud, near sideline, way overshot, not a bounce. 38 seconds to go. Third quarter, 3rd and 10. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if it's both. I mean, I'm assuming the Seahawks are pretty good. Not going to bash them, but, man, Texans seem like they are awful. You got to try and run the ball. You got Nick Chubb. I don't understand this. 1 for 8 on 3rd down. I think Seattle's not much better. I think they're 2 of 11. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, and gets sacked back at the 11. 4th and forever. It's going to be literally about 4th and 19. They may not even take another snap to. This might be how the third quarter ends. Man, Stroud had no time. The guy was unblocked from the left edge. The tackle took the outside rusher, and great, they missed the snap. The kick is in the air. Returned from the 40 to the 45, bounces it to the hash marks, moves upfield to about the 47. I think that's the third quarter. Yeah. 1st and 10 for Seattle. Was well in control of this game. Texans had chances. Seattle should have blown them out even more earlier. But, yeah. 15-point game as we head to the 4th. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers and will help with growing the channel. And I thank you for everybody who already did like and subscribe and has chatted. The mods too. Thanks everybody. I do appreciate your support of the channel. 16 votes, 75% for the Seahawks, or 25% for the Texans. So that would be what? 12-4, I assume? It's got to be. Yeah, that sounds right. 4, 8, 12. Yep, 12-4. All right. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, I agree. They've had chances, and I don't normally question play calling, except when the Packers do a shotgun run on 3rd and 1. But why on earth are you going for it on 4th and 1? You were down 8, and you just gave them a short. And literally also ran the same play back to back that had just been stuffed. Got stuffed twice. All right, I'm gonna top off my water. I think they're back already. Yeah, I know. I think they were 0-3. Then they beat the Titans. I get it, but they, won another game. I don't know. Seattle's a tough place to play. I get it, but there was stuff they could have gone to keep this a closer game, in my opinion. And I don't know. I think they just lost it there by going for it. I know, be aggressive, but I don't, All right, penalty immediately. Oh, wait, it's a false start. I forgot, we flipped ends of the field. So 1st and 15 after the penalty on the Seahawks. So Seahawks are going, 8 penalties for 65 yards for the Seahawks, 5 for 51 for Houston. Handoff up the middle, got maybe a yard, 2nd and 9. Or I'm sorry, 2nd and 14 coming up. 14:50 in the game. Walker for 1 to the Seattle 43. 2nd and 14. 79-25 rushing yards. Yeah, because Houston's going backwards. I mean, I get it. You abandoned the run, but then why do you run play action? Darnold back to pass, and he is stuffed at the line, incomplete. Blocked by a lineman, or pass defense by a lineman. That'll bring up 3rd and 14. Number 72, Togai, I think, on the block, or the pass defense. They got a camera on him, but he's standing behind somebody. All right, 3rd and 14 in shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers, 1 in motion. It's Walker to the far side. It's a little swing pass to Walker. He gets out almost to the first down. He's going to be marked about a yard short. They might go for it. It's in Texans territory at about the 45. Okay, yeah, he didn't get the first down. Are they saying he wasn't touched? I don't know. 14 minutes to go. Oh, man, how is my clock this far ahead? Oh, they do send the punting unit on. Yeah, why not? I mean, their defense has done a heck of a job. Their offense gave up half the points. The Houston offense is non-existent. They had that one great, drive to make it 14-6 on a field goal. Okay, I guess they're lined up. I know Dalton's not out there. This is a bizarre formation. They're gonna let the time. They're gonna take the delay of game. I think they were trying to draw Houston off sides. Darnold was on the sideline, and it was just a strange formation. They had 3 receivers to the far side that were 2 of the 3 were way off the line of scrimmage. Now they'll send the punting unit on and kick it away. So it's 4th and 6. I have no idea what they were trying to accomplish there. Here's the snap. The kick is on its way. Taken at the 11, up the far sideline near the 20. 1st and 10, Houston, but they trail by 15, and there's a lot less time to go. 13-13 to go in the fourth quarter. You okay? No, you overdid it. Do you need me to apply it, or you got it? No? Oh. I don't know what the spread was on this game, but yeah. I mean, Texans in a tough place. Out of conference game. You know, it's hard to play in Seattle, but this game was there for the taking. Seattle could have put it away in the first half, and it was only 14-6 at the half. Your defense got a touchdown when it was 17-6 to make it 17-12, and your offense just can't get out of their own way. Excuse me. All right, well, hopefully we'll have some good basketball tomorrow night, opening night. Rockets at Thunder, the defending champs. Hopefully they do their ceremony early because NBC has both games, so hopefully they don't have a late tip-off when they got games scheduled 2.5 hours apart. And Warriors-Lakers is the late game. Wednesday we'll have one hockey game. Canadians at Flames, 7:30. Thursday night football is Vikings Chargers. Go Chargers. Go. Sorry, Rick. And then Friday, another NBA doubleheader on Prime. Celtics, Knicks, and followed by Timberwolves, Lakers. Probably root for, man, I guess the Knicks and definitely probably the Timberwolves. Yeah, Stroud just hasn't had a clean pocket very much. Rough outing. But, you know, when you don't bother to run, you know, it's going to happen. All right. From their own 21, shotgun, throw to the far sideline, leaping catch attempt is dropped or knocked away at 13:09, 2nd and 10. And Collins is hurt. That's all Houston needs is an injury to probably their best offensive player available. All right, well, which sideline is Collins on? Is he on the Texans sideline? I mean, oh, Tebow, the Denver game, yeah. Are you talking about against the Steelers in overtime? Throw down the far sideline, overthrown. Quickly, it's 3rd and 10. 13:01 to go. Yeah. That was an interesting time especially for football. Wait. They stopped. They're fixing the clock. It's now 13:08. Why? I think they're still. All right, whatever. 3rd and 10 1 for 6 in the first half on third down, 0 for 3. All right, now what? Maybe there was discussion on what time they should have stopped the clock for Nico Collins' injury. I don't know. Oh my gosh, what are these refs discussing? Why are we not playing? They're still talking about this. I don't know if it's the game clock or the play clock. Both. They think it's the play clock. My gosh, this game is taking forever. Oh, excuse me. Now they can't all be winners. We get some good games and we get some duds. This game still has a chance, but all right, now they're saying 1309. It's not 2nd and 10. It's 3rd and 10, ESPN. Why do you have 2nd and 10? Shotgun, back to pass, looking. Stroud throws down the field. And one-handed attempt made but incomplete. Hutchinson, the intended target. What? Oh, yesterday's game. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's nuts. Man, did the Giants choke. All they had to do was make one more extra point at least. They blew 2. Stroud actually underthrew this. Hutchinson had the coverage beat. All right, I don't know what happened, but this should be 4th. They're saying it's 3rd and 10. That's not right, is it? Hutchinson. All right, I guess I don't know what happened. Another long throw and overthrown again, incomplete. I guess this time to Knoll. Now it's 4th and 10. I don't know what's going on. 12:57 to go. Jeez. Yeah, yesterday was nuts. Packers' 4th quarter was nuts too. While that was going on. All right, punting unit is on. Tommy Townsend is back there. Here's the snap. He moves forward. Kick is in the air. I think they said Horton was going to return from the 22 up the far numbers and up to about the 35 or 36 where he is stopped with 12. They're still pushing the pile. Any day you guys want to blow this dead. I don't understand this. Why they let the pile be pushed around. Well, I don't understand this. If they want injuries to happen, they're going to get them. 1st and 10 from their Seattle 36. You won your chest mat and feel bad? All right. 1st and 10 from the 36. Good Lord. Wow, if the Seahawks hold on, they get into a 3-way tie for the division lead, although they're 1-1 in division. I think they'd be 2nd. Back to throw, incomplete. Good Lord. This game is just, I don't know. Not a good game, if I must say so myself. I mean, Dalton's 15 of 27, 201 yards and a touchdown, but I don't know. I think it's just because Houston can't do anything on offense that it's just not at all interesting. I formation behind Dalton. Receivers to each side. Handoff to the deep back up the middle for the first down. Out near the 50. Now the pile is pushed to the 48. 1st and 10 at the Houston 48. Clock rolling under 12:20. And Nico Collins is walking under his own power, but headed to the locker room with a towel on his head. So I don't know. maybe he got concussed on the sideline or is just being evaluated. Not sure. 12 minutes to go. 1st and 10. Just inside the 49 of Houston. Seattle with the ball. Darnold fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Throws down the field. At the 5, leaping catch attempt made and broken up incomplete at 11:43. Can you guys run the ball? I don't understand the Seahawks. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Hold on. I think it was holding on Seattle. Believe it's 1st and 20. But I'm behind. Oh, come on. Can we need a running clock in this game? 1st and 20. Darnold back to pass. A little flip pass ahead to Charbonnet. He picks up less than 10. It's going to be 2nd and more than 10. Probably a gain of 7. Man, why can't you get the distance before you go to the replay? Man, ESPN is awful. They have the worst presentation, I think, of any of the networks covering football. Just my opinion. 2nd and 14 after the gain of 6. Clint Kubiak, first season as the Seahawks offensive coordinator. I'm assuming he's probably a son of Gary Kubiak. Back to throw. Darnold caught. Oh, fumble, though. I think the Titans fell on it. Their defense is trying to keep them in this game. 1st and 10. Near midfield at about their own 46 with 10:47 to go. So somebody caught it and fumbled it for the Seahawks. Yeah, it's insane. I can't imagine starting football games at 10 Eastern. It's just crazy. I know those games are normally West Coast teams, like they had Chargers Raiders. But this is Houston. I mean, it's 11:51 for people in Houston watching this game. 3 turnovers, only 1 for Houston. And the Texans defense scored a touchdown. They have half the points on a strip sack in the end zone for a touchdown. 10:47 to go. Stroud in shotgun. He has a back with him. Back to pass. Looking. He dumps it off. That is Woody Marks. He gets about 8 or 9 yards. Should be 2nd and 1 or 2. All right, it is 2nd and 1. All right. In shotgun, back to pass. Pressure's on. Stroud delivers. Far sideline. Dalton Schultz catches it. Goes out of bounds. That's a 1st down. Yeah, well, let's see. Local time, 10, 9, 8, 7. So even for them, yeah, it's going to be after 10 p.m. local, which is normal for other time zones. Stroud evades the rush, throws it out of bounds, intended for Hutchinson, but he was throwing it away. And we got a flag on the play at 9:47, so hold on. I don't know. I'm just thinking about, personal foul. Must have been a chop. What was it? They call it a personal foul. Oh, helmet to helmet hit. I guess a blind. Well, Stroud got blown up after the throw too, though. Illegal blindside block, I guess. Stroud got shoved to the ground after the ball had been delivered, but So I guess it's going to be 2nd and 25 since it's a personal foul. I think the down will count. Nope, they're saying 1st and 25. I don't get it. All right, back to pass. They missed the snap. Throw almost intercepted by 29 of Seattle. My God, I'm sorry, but ESPN is just god awful. Maybe it's because this is the second crew or the B team, but their coverage of this game has left a lot to be desired. It's been kind of dreadful with the getting to the snap on time and etc. Shotgun, back to pass. Stroud looking, steps up. He's going to keep it inside the 50, trips up near the 45. It's going to be 3rd and long after, I don't know how many yards he picked up. It's going to be at least 15. All right. 3rd and 15. They are 1 for 10 on 3rd down. Seattle's only 2 for 12. Schultz is on the sideline, too. From the 45, shotgun, back to pass. Looking, throws, far sideline, incomplete. Don't know who he was throwing to. He got dumped on the ground again. 4th and 15, 9:03 to go. Field goal really doesn't do anything. You'd still need 2 touchdowns. Be a really long field goal, but it's 4th and 15 from the 45. Yeah, it would be a... Yeah, Stroud got not tackled after he threw the ball. The way they protect these quarterbacks, I don't know why that wouldn't be a penalty. All right, back to pass again. 4-man rush. He's under pressure. Throws down the far sideline. Incomplete. Turnover on downs at 8:55. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what's wrong with Houston, but can't do anything offensively. 1st and 10 for Seattle. Yeah, it's just ESPN, I think. They just do a bad job. And again, I'm willing to say a little bit of this is because this is the B team, or the B squad, but kind of feel like the first game wasn't terrific either, but you know how I felt about the WNBA Finals presentation. That was really bad. All right, I'll be right back. But yeah, thanks for hearing my complaints and validating it. Appreciate it. All right, let me check the heat. It's probably set for 68 anyways. Yeah, it is. So it's not going to run. God, this game has been brutal. Oh. Huh? Yeah, I shouldn't do 9 o'clock NFL. It's too late. I refuse to do 9:30 hockey for that reason too. So I don't want to do games that go after midnight. Oh. You mean when he had pink eye, probably? No, I'm sorry, I was responding to Father Time. Yeah, that one Olympics, golly. Yeah, they denied he had pink eye, and I think he ended up having pink eye. He looked so bad in the studio, but yeah. All right, what's the... Stroud got taken down again, too. Great. So Stroud bounced his head off the sideline, and this is, of course, why Seattle needs fake grass. I don't know. I think They should ban this stuff. They never will. The owners are too cheap to. They don't have a set standard for NFL fields because the owners are cheap. It's insane. Dalton hands it off. Oh my gosh. Walker gets inside the 40 for an easy first down. Well, hold on. Maybe it was too easy. We got a flag. Oh my gosh. The penalties, the incompletions, the turnovers, reviews. Yep, holding. This is coming back. 1st and 20. Do you carry the Olympic? I used to love the Olympics. I don't know. It'd be a super hard sport to call. I still love track and field. So I do try to watch that. If there's Olympic hockey, I don't want to have to pay for Peacock to watch it, but yeah, I would love to do Olympic hockey. I enjoy watching track and field. I don't think there's really much to comment about because there can be long, All right, they called it 1st and 18. Back to passes. Dalton throws, intercepted. Returned by number 24 inside the Seattle 40 out near the 36. And we got a late flag, too. And we got pushing and shoving by the bench area because I think Smith-Njigba got his helmet taken off. So the interception should stand, but who knows where they're going to spot this ball. They are still trying to sort this out. Terrible throw by Dalton. And how can you have 4 turnovers and be up by 15? Wait, are they saying this is... Oh, brother. Any day they want to decide on the call would be great. All right, so I think the guy who did the interception had illegal hands to the face because he ripped off Njigba's helmet on a block. Oh, and then somebody popped him onto the bench late. So they still don't have the play in NFL.com. 1st and 10, Houston at the 48. 8:23 to go. Golly, I mean, if you're Seattle, you can't be feeling too great about this performance by your offense. Defense, sure, but handoff up the middle inside the 50, give them maybe a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. I mean, their offense, despite the points, has turned the ball over. I mean, that's a pick. A pick by Darnold, a fumble by Darnold, and Arroyo lost one. What was the other one? I thought this was their 4th turnover. All right, 1st down catch. No, it looks like 3rd and 1. They're just short. What happened? Yeah, late shot. The thing that's driving me crazy is winter in February. Gotcha. Back to throw, catch. Hutchinson for the 1st down for almost said the Strouds, like Tom Grossi, for the Houston Texans. 7:13 to go. Shotgun, back to throw. Stroud to the far sideline. Incomplete. Oh, and the player got pushed down after the incompletion. That was kind of dirty. Where's the call? And he's hurt. He's not getting up. Where's that call? Call it both ways. That was Dalton Schultz. I mean, he was sort of going for the catch, but he took a two-handed shove. I guess he was still technically in bounds, so they're not going to throw the flag on that. He messed up his right shoulder, though. Wait, they called that a catch? Oh, okay. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Incomplete. Pass broken up. 6:33 to go. Yeah. Winter Olympics. Gotcha. Yeah, curling. Yeah, I did used to love curling. I gave up on it. It'd be interesting where I don't want to promise anything because I bet it's true. There's going to be nothing to cover during the break if I don't. Hopefully, there's college basketball because I'm not paying for Peacock for Olympic hockey. We'll see. Maybe shotgun back to pass, looking. Stroud to the end zone, almost intercepted. It was intended for Hutchinson. It'll be 4th and 5. Here's a novel idea. Why don't you pick up the first down? Why are we taking an end zone shot on 4th and 5? I don't understand this. You need a fresh set of downs. You want to take an end zone shot on 1st and 2nd down, go for it. But 3rd down? He's lucky Hutchinson broke that up. That should have been a pick. That's a bad pass. Well covered, at least. Bad decision then, maybe. 0 for 2 on 4. Seattle back to pass. Looking. Stroud throws to the end zone or the 5. Caught. All right, I was wrong. It wasn't for the end zone. That's a 1st and goal coming up. And for the life of me, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen a broadcast put both teams' 3rd down and 2nd down conversions on the screen at the same time. I can't say I've ever seen that. Noel caught it around the 5-yard line. I think I stopped the clock. Yeah, I shouldn't have. 5:54 to go. They take the clock all the way down to 2, 1. Snap the ball. Handoff to the 1. He's close to the goal line. The near line judge is calling it 2nd and goal, that he was stopped. No. College finals are in late March or April. The final game is like really early April. February would be like conference tournaments, if that's what you're talking about. Then yes. Stroud rolls to the far sideline, throws it incomplete near Dalton Schultz's feet at 5:12. 3rd and goal. Yeah, so either regular season college basketball or conference tournament should be underway. Red zone TD drives. Texans 0 for 1. Seattle 3 for 4. Okay, great, but the Seattle offense isn't on the field. I just find that so odd. All right, 3rd and goal from just outside the goal line. Fakes the handoff, rolls, throws, batted down, incomplete. 4th and goal, 5:08. Why don't you sneak it with Stroud on one of those? Why don't you try a run? I don't understand. 2 straight rollouts by Stroud. Man, he would have had his man, Hutchinson, but somebody jumped up and knocked it away. All right, 4th and goal, 5:08 to go. And somebody called a timeout, I believe. Seattle used their first. Yeah, so February, conference tournaments are usually middle of the month. I'm not sure how early they start, but that's definitely like last couple weeks of the regular season for college basketball. All right, 4th and goal at like the half-yard line. I formation. He's under center. I swear they're going to get stuffed. I guarantee it. Handoff up the middle, and yep, stuffed between the hash marks. Great play calling, but there is a flag. I don't. False start. Or was it a delay again? No, it was a false start. So thanks to the penalty, they still got 4th and goal. But it's going to be from the between the 5 and the 6. Unbelievable. I didn't see who false started. And there's still 5:08 to go. Okay, so, all right. 4th and goal. Good Lord, this game is like easily over 3 hours, I think. 4th and goal from the 6. And now Seattle burns another timeout. Let's shovel snow. Yeah. Probably January and February, at least in our area. All right. Here's the game. I mean, if they score, they still got 3 timeouts. There's a chance to get back in it. But if they don't get this touchdown, I think the game is about over. 4th and goal from just outside the 5. After the false start on 4th down. In shotgun, a receiver in motion. 3 receivers to the far side. He has a back to pass. Wow, I thought Seattle was offside. Throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete. Wow, I thought they had a free play. I think that's what Stroud and the coach are saying. Sure looked like Seattle was offside. Somebody had an incredible jump. Man, these refs are awful. That looked pretty obvious that should have been offsides. He moved before the snap. Let's see the down the line look. That should have been offsides. I don't get it. Why doesn't ESPN have the down the line look? Their announcers were even calling for it. I wouldn't applaud this guy's oh my God, that was obvious offsides. How? How did they blow that? 1st and 10 from their own 5. Handoff. Nope. Well, Charbonnet keeps moving out to the 9. It's at least a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. How on earth was that not offside? Stroud I think he thought he had a free play. And apparently Houston burned their first time out. That is definitely offside. I don't care what they're saying. Come on. Quit hyping an offside, clearly an offside play. I don't get it. Yeah, this game's been brutal. I'm not going to hide it. It's 27-12, but it hasn't been interesting at all. Darnold, incomplete. What are you doing, Seattle? Down the far sideline. Wasn't even close. Man, if I'm Seattle, yeah, a win is a win at 5-2, but good Lord. Their offense isn't anything to write home about. This has been more Houston ineptitude than anything, I'd say. Yeah, and I just don't understand the play calling. I agree. Oh, I think I forgot to stop the clock on the incompletion. I'll fix it in a little bit. 3rd and 7. Back to pass in the end zone. Oh, so close to a safety. They're going to give him the 1 yard line. So 4th and long. Wow. And at 4:43, they will take their second timeout. My gosh. Seattle has done everything in their power to just keep Houston in this game. 1 timeout, trailing by 15, and they're going to get the ball back. 4th and long. They say 4th and 15 from their own 1, so a loss of 8, assuming Autry got the sack. I know. I wish I could let it go. I wish they play with a running clock. This game, it's 12:14 Central Time. It's already Wednesday. Back of the end zone, kicked by the punter. Taken at the 43. What a kick. And he trips himself up near midfield. Somebody lost a helmet, by the way. 4:34 to go. My goodness. Longest game ever. I don't understand the play call for the Texans on that 1st and goal from the wherever they were. Or I guess it was 2nd and goal. They had a run, they got it down to the half-yard line, but whoops, sorry. Houston ball. Man, you got to take your hats off, to Houston's defense. They've tried. They've scored 6. Yeah, they've given up some, but a lot of this, the ineptitude of their own offense. Stroud all day throws and caught inside the 30 by number 14, 1st and 10. That, of course, is Jalen Knoll. He's had himself a game. 4:12 to go. Back to pass. Somebody in the backfield already. He has to throw it. Dangerous pass. Dalton Schultz catches it for the first down at the 15. Under 4 to go. Yeah. And, yeah, thank you. I'm done. Thank you. Appreciate it. Shotgun, back to pass. 4-man rush. Throws. Incomplete. He was going, I don't know, for the end zone, and it fell short at about the 4 or 5. 2nd and 10. 21 of 46 for Stroud tonight. Yikes. 1 pick, 3 sacks. Yikes. It's the play call and the decision making, though. 3 receivers in the near side, back to pass, and they blow it dead. Come on. Let me guess, another false start, probably. Oh, this officiating crew. Number 70, false start. 2nd and 15. 3:42 left. Thanks for being here, Father Time. I do appreciate it. This game's kind of driving me nuts here. 12:17 in the morning. Most opponent false starts. Wait. 9 penalties for 90 for Houston. 11 for 90 for Seattle. Now there, when you show penalties, then I do want to see both team stats. 2nd and 15 from the Seattle 20. In shotgun, back to pass, rushes on. They dump it off to a back, and he's going to get tackled for a yard loss at the 21 and bring up 3rd and 16. That I'm laughing at the absurdity of this game, yeah. And that other comment from earlier, too. I think Rick deleted it. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Rolls to the right side. Stroud's over the line of scrimmage, and we got a penalty. He gets taken down, knees down at about the 6. It'd be 4th and 1. But let's see what the penalty is. Hopefully it's on the Seahawks. Yeah, illegal contact.
Penalty will be added to the end of the play, half the distance, automatic first down.
Added to the end of the penalty. We got a first, or to the end of the run. We got a first and goal. Yeah, illegal contact. I didn't know. I thought it would be a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down, but instead they tacked it on. That I didn't understand. My gosh. But they're going to need an onside kick. They've only got one timeout left should they score. I know, I don't understand. Seattle has kept them in this game so long. Fake the handoff, back to pass, throws it. Did we catch it? Nope, incomplete in the end zone. Again, I ask you, why are you doing play action? Who are you fooling? I don't understand. They've had multiple opportunities. Their offense. Yes, this was the comment that made me laugh that you deleted. I was fine with it. Yeah. I'll try to take it easy on Minnesota because you're a nice guy, Rick. All right. From the 3, I think, second and goal. They hand it off, and it's blown up in the backfield. Oh, my word. Third and goal. Oh, my gosh. You're running out of time. Why do you choose to run the ball? The time to run the ball would have been second and goal from the half-yard line and third and goal from the half-yard line. Who is their offensive coordinator? Is it the son of that? No, I think that was the NFC. I think that was the Seattle guy. I don't know. This game's giving me a headache. I might need some scotch after this one. Back to throw. Stroud looking. Has all day. Doesn't know where to go with the ball. Finally throws it. Was it caught? It is a touchdown. Finally, the Texans offense gets into the end zone, and it's 27-18. Wow. And let me guess, they'll go for 2, even though you want to try to make, because LaFleur would too. What a catch, though. Let's not overlook this. Woody Marks put his hands under the ball, made sure it didn't hit off the turf to him, and rolled onto his back with the ball. What a catch. They do kick it, so they did the smart thing. It is an 8-point game. See, they were chasing points. If they had kicked that extra point, and I know it's hindsight, but I said at the time, I think you kicked the extra point. They could have actually, kicked the extra point and only been down 7, or they could be at 19 and going for 2 in theory. But, man, what a catch. Again, if you get a chance, do look at the catch if you're not already watching by Woody Marks in the end zone. All right, well, we'll have, I assume, an onside kick coming up because they only got one timeout plus the 2-minute warning. They will run. Who knows with this play calling? I have no idea. Again, I don't know. I go with first 3 quarters, you kick the extra point. You don't chase points. If it's the 4th, I totally get if you're down 5, try to cut it to a 3-point game. But in the 3rd quarter, I think it's too soon. Just my opinion. Analytics will probably tell me I'm wrong, but I would tell the analytics they're wrong. They're going to kick it deep? Are you kidding me? They're going to have no time, even if they get a quick 3 and out. Returned up the near numbers to the 25, pushed out of bounds near the 29, and that'll be the 2-minute warning with 1:58. I don't understand kicking it deep. I really don't. One timeout, And this game, or I'm sorry, 1 first down, this game's over. Ay. This the time of game is well over 3 hours. I can't believe. Yeah, thanks Rick and Father Time for hanging out. Do appreciate it. Well, somehow my I guess I gotta go like that. Make sure it doesn't scroll off the. I don't understand kicking it deep there. I really don't. Oh, I forgot to stop the clock again. Wait. No, I hit a button. There we go. 159. They say 158? Oh. 1st and 10 at their own 28. A first down and the game's over. I don't know. I don't know. With 1 timeout, if you had 3, totally understand. But with the kickoff and with them returning it, the smart, and this is all conspiracy theory here, and analytics, but kick the ball out of bounds. You let them burn the 2-minute warning and you gained 12 yards of field position? Just kick the ball out of bounds. Give them the ball at the 40. Make them run one, especially when you're down to 1 timeout. Now you have 1 timeout, and it's stupid. I can't have my drink until I know this game's taking forever. Like I said, that would be the smart thing to do. If you're not going to onside it, just kick it out of bounds. Give them the ball 1st and 10 at the 40. Make them run the first down play before the 2-minute warning. Now they get to run the first down play after the 2-minute warning. I don't understand the coaching here, or the analytics, or whoever is running the show for Houston, but it has been a poop show, to say the least, for the whole Houston team. I mean, the defense got a touchdown. They got 6 points. They've really kept you in the game. This game could have been a much worse. The offense actually prevented a fumble 6 by knocking the ball from the 28. All right, Darnold hands it off, and they get about 3 or 4 yards. That'll be 2nd and 7 or 6. And I assume that's their last timeout. 1:53 to go. Houston's out of timeouts. Should they get the stops on 2nd and 3rd down, they're not going to have a lot of time to work with, even if they hold them to a punt. I don't get it. But like I said, even if you decided to kick it deep, kick it out of bounds, give them 1st and 10 at the 40, make them run that first down play. What field position? Yeah, exactly. I can't believe they even had a chance to score. And they tried to blow it every step of the way. 2nd and 7, another handoff up the middle. They're going to be left with about a 3rd and long 3, I'd say. That looked like a gain of 4. Clock is rolling, 1:42 to go. Yep, 3rd and 3 from the 35. There's your wrenches. Oh. Wait, wrenches or hammer? All right. Here we go. 3rd and 3. This is the game. They get a stop. They may have a little bit of time left. Not much. Handoff. And Charbonnet is going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. So it will be 4th and down, but let them spot the ball now. Get off the damn pile. And there's a late flag. Did somebody pile on? What was this?
Personal foul, number 98.
Game's over. Personal foul. 98 for what? That's it. That's the game. They got the stop, and they... Jeez Louise. Man, this Texans team is a disaster. I guess, what are they calling? For what? What did he do wrong? Did they... Yeah, 4 turnovers for Seattle. The defense, yeah, they gave up 27 points. But they also scored 6. Their offense couldn't get out of their own way, especially in the first half. They had 6 in the first half. So 1 kneel down should just about do it. There it is. Okay, they'll have to do 1 more, 2nd down. So I guess the guy, like, jumped on top. Maybe they had blown it dead. I was always taught to play to win. Yeah. Oh, you're the hammer. I know, but they haven't said yes, so I'm not going to force them. If they don't want to, I get it. All right, that should be the last kneel down. 3rd down. That'll be the final. Unbelievable. It ends up being 27-19, but good God, this game was a mess. Texans had so many chances. Seattle did everything to keep them in this game. See, Seahawks isn't a real word. They don't even acknowledge it on the thing here. All right, there's your final, 27-19. That's the final gun. Oh, my gosh, what a mess. But thanks, Alex. Thanks, Rick. Thank you, Father Time. Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe before you head out. 31-13 for the Seahawks on Monday night. Yeah, it just, I don't know. There's so many, I mean, a lot of goofy stuff happened, kept it interesting, but the time of game was so long. We had so many incompletions. Stroud was 23 of 49, so 25 incompletions and a pick. But that, yeah, picks count as an incompletion as well, because Kupp threw a pick. I mean, that's nuts. Oh, yeah, that was the other turnover. 2 interceptions, one by Darnold and Kupp, and 2 fumbles by Darnold and Arroyo. You lose the turnover battle by 3, and you still win by 8. It's just nuts. But Seattle's a tough place to play. I get it. All right. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Opening day for NBA. Rockets, Thunder, followed by Warriors, Lakers. Hockey on Wednesday night. Thursday, football. Friday night, again, NBA. Saturday night, hockey. We'll be back with the Packers game Sunday night in Pittsburgh. We'll see about any other. I mean, I'll probably do some other streams. Just don't know if it's going to be hockey or football on Sunday. We'll see what the schedule looks like. I obviously get the Bear game. Probably don't want to bother with the Bear game, although they are playing the Ravens, so maybe. We'll see. Yeah, 2 games over 6 hours. Almost 6.5. Oh, Rick, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry if I complain too much, but thanks, Father Time. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, everybody who chatted earlier. I do appreciate you all. Yeah, thanks. It definitely helps. Helps to get me a little laugh so I don't lose my mind. This game was just frustrating. I was almost like mad. I was kind of mad at both teams because Seattle kept blowing it to keep it a game, and Houston just couldn't do anything. I mean, they couldn't run the ball. They didn't try to run the ball. I sound like Jim Mora. Diddly poo. Schultz ended up with 9 catches for 98 yards, all for naught. Smith-Njigba was just unstoppable, 8 for 123 and a touchdown. Charbonnet ended up with 2 rushing touchdowns. Walker led with 66 yards. Charbonnet for 49, so they had over 100 combined. 17 carries for 56 yards as a team for Seattle. It's pretty hard to pass and keep your quarterback from getting blown up when you don't even bother to run the ball. I mean, 15 carries between Chubb and Mark. Why is Chubb only getting 5 carries? Is he just not the same? I don't know. I would think that's O-line, but yeah, I hope Rhonda's doing well. That's going to do it. I need to rest my voice. It is shot. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Till next time, Sinbin Stream signing you out and wishing you all well. Hope you have a great Tuesday and are back to enjoy some basketball tomorrow night. Take care and bye.